Good, Mr. Barra. Eliminate now. Use elimination. What about you, Abdullah? Time. Okay, so the romantic concept of the sublime has its roots in the 18th century fascination with the natural world in all its forms. The term was used to describe landscapes that terrified and awed people, right? Well, both of you actually told me perturbed, right? What does perturbed mean? It means it makes you upset. I mean, you're in awe, right? If you see an angel, you'll be in awe. No, perturbed doesn't mean terrified. It means to make angry or upset or uncomfortable. When you see mountains, you're in awe. When you see the sky rip open, you're in awe. You're not perturbed. So what do I mean that, right? And eviscerated means to remove the guts from someone. Transcended, well, that terrified and transcended those. Well, the landscapes are not transcending anyone, right? Transcend means to reach beyond what succeeded. Beguiled. Taib, what's the meaning of beguiled? It doesn't only mean deceive, or I don't think that's the only meaning. It means to allure, it means something like enchant, it means fascinate. Are you guys just using Google? Yeah, Google is not, Google gives you a very superficial meaning of words. Try to use Merriam-Webster. Okay, Word cool. Word helps a lot. Try to use Merriam-Webster for definitions. Google is very superficial for definitions. Yeah, well, they say 700 scores don't reach, you're not lazy if you want to reach 700, right? The 700 club, hey. Think of the message first. Don't stop practicing that. Good job, Barra. Think of the message first. What does that mean? Good job, Abdullah. So, Barrett, you got the word that you wanted. You said it reflects, right? Purport means to claim. So we can't say purport. Right? It's jibe with. Jibe with means reflect. Right? Why didn't you choose answer C? Didn't you use a dictionary? Go ahead, tell me.
انا رحت ما بستري لقيت ان انا بكتب كل كلمه بالعافيه، رحت لجوجل ترانسليت تاني، راح ما طلعليش اصلا.
Try to use a dictionary. You want a 700 score, صح? So if I were you, I would use a dictionary, not Google Translate.
I mean, if I use a dictionary in class, I wouldn't have the opportunity actually to think عشان dictionary ممكن ياخد 15 seconds per word. So reading the passage and
ليه يعني؟
ليه يعني؟ عشان انا بكتب وبطلع وبدخل تاني وبقعد اقرا في الديفينيشن.
Abdullah uses a dictionary. He gets the words.
عبد الله جامد، انا ما بعرفش اكتب.
يا عم استخدم مرة بسرعة، بيعمل بسرعة. بس
على طول دب دب دب.
هو بس نمبر بي ما طلعليش اصلا معنى ولا اي حاجة، يعني قال لي الكلمة مش
ما شاء
موجودة
الله.
اصلا.
Purport means to claim. When you purport.
طلع لي معناها
Describe means attribute.
significance.
Purport means to claim. Purport means to make a claim.
So Google.
Google gets you the most common meaning or a superficial meaning. But in these questions, we're not using superficial meanings. Right? Give me a second. بس هفتح النور. Good, Vera. يلا يا شباب. Time. Superfluids and Bose-Einstein condensates, good job, Abdullah, are two examples of the strange states of matter that can occur at extremely low temperatures. The average person is only familiar with three, which are the solid, liquid, and gas. They would undoubtedly be مثلا interested, right, shocked, or example تقولوا لي nonplussed, which means bewildered, means surprised. أخيرا جايبين نتيجة في الفوكابيلاري.
تعرف انا دلوقتي الكلمه بتاعت اللي هي الكلمه اللي اخترناها دي اللي مش عارف انطقها، في مامي ويبستر الكلمه ليها المعنى وضده، فانا قريت اول معنى كنت هسيبه خالص، كنت هسيب الكلمه.
Nonplussed. Nonplussed.
yes it has slightly conflicted meaning. المعنى التاني ليها not sure about what to think.
Yeah, عادي bewildered or shocked. Okay, close to better. It doesn't have to be the exact word, but it needs to be a word near it. So when I look at the answer choices, it can help. Good, Abdullah. What's my answer بقى؟ يلا بقى. يلا بقى. يلا بقى. Abdullah, very good job. لا عجبني يا عبد الله. انت النهارده عجبني. Finbera, right? So they're disorganized, but they hope their own zeal, their own love would bring the group back to life, but also, say Abdullah Ali, encourage. This is actually the best word here, right? Or gain a fresh interest. Perpetrate is for crime. Foster, right? Foster means to grow. Convoke means to bring a group together. Incite is a very negative word, right? Incite violence, to spark up, to flare up. Flare up, baby. Good, Bara. See, Abdullah, when you don't stop and think about what word we want, we get it incorrect. يا عم بقى. يا عم بقى. I want you guys to see the value of stop, think. قرأت الباراجراف، الكلمة عايز كذا. جميل، أشوف الإجابات. Good job, Bara. So Bara told me his harsh struggle, right? So here his harrowing struggle. Harrowing means distress. And he did have a distressing struggle, صح, with mental illness. اتفضل Bara.
مستر هي الكلمات اللي زي هارو سارو دي كلها بتبقى نيجاتيف، يعني الباترن من الكلمات ده غالبا نيجاتيف.
Which words are you talking about? I'm sorry.
يعني زي هارو سارو.
I mean, what about
They
sparrow?
It was a question يعني مش عارف.
Why you always trying to make, I mean, I wouldn't say it's negative, but you're using word association. So just use the word association, not
I mean
if this is negative, all of them are negative.
I mean in the past يعني كان في vocals وحاجات دي متعلقة بالمشاعر، إن زمان ما كانتش الناس بتتكلم بالطريقة دي، فكانوا بيتكلموا يعني الكلام كان اللي هي المخارج بتاعت الأصوات كانت متعلقة بمعنى الكلمة.
What?
يعني
What
يعني
are
زي
you, what are you talking
البيبيز،
about, bro?
يعني زي البيبيز وكده لما يكونوا جعانين بيقولوا كلمات، الطفل في اي حته تلاقيه بيقول نفس اللفظ، حاجه زي كده، فالبشر كانوا بيعملوا كده.
SAT is not that deep.
وممكن تقول لي معنى ايه عشان ما فهمتش المعنى صح بتاعها في الديكشنري؟
For hero,
لا،
it
ايه
means distressing.
ايه.
Oh, iniquitous. I actually don't know the meaning of that word. That for me is one of the words I put in there, but do I know what it, do I remember what it is? No. Some words I don't remember what they mean. It's just an
wicked.
over the top word. It means wicked, sinful.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So some words I do throw over the top strange words in there at you guys. Get exposure, برضو, like, you know, if you don't know the meaning of the word, don't focus on it. That's one thing I want you guys to practice regularly. Let's go to question number 9. Question number 9, baby. Edgelord. Good job, Bara. Bara Kara. Hello, Raneem. Recording for you, bro. Zoom in, zoom out. Turn yourself about. Yeah. Zoom in, zoom out. Introduce yourself. My name is Sama. Hey, good job, Bara. Abdullah, think of the word first. Yeah, Bara. خلصانة يا جميل. You mean التلاجة. I got a new one. Brand new fridge, baby, nice and cold. The jagged peaks and a steep descent, right? A sharp drop, precipitous. Overweening means to feed too much. Notorious means infamous. Surreptitious means lucky. Last one. Number 10. Yeah. Good. Well, I wouldn't say that, Bear, honestly, because the meaning is there. Definitely not Abdullah. 100% no. Right. Because the meaning of the sentence here, guys, is telling us that blank with their deceptive eye-shaped markings. Good job, Bera. So there's deception happening. That's the meaning here. They're deceiving their predators. So maim means to cut off something. Placate means to calm down. Confound, right? Which means to confuse. اتفضل Mr. Bera.
هو أنا قلت إنها ممكن تكون يعني حاجة زي بمعنى fear أو حاجة زي كده عشان ده الطبيعي. ده اللي أعرفه يعني
Yeah,
context.
but again, we don't have support for that. Although it makes sense to you, it needs to have support. Because I was maybe scare away the predator. وانا برضو. But no, you're not gonna do that. Why? Because there's no support for that idea.
But it
Right.
actually the vocab was kind of distinctive عشان الكلمات كلهم كانوا بعاد عن بعض.
المرة دي. Yeah.
مم.
I mean, usually في activities دول بعاد عن بعض. Usually يعني مش words in context.
It's in
Let's go to
context
the next
بيكونوا
sentence.
ثلاثة نفس المعنى.
أربعة نفس المعنى كمان.
تدور في جوجل ترانزليت تلاقيه بيقول لك نفس الكلمة.
Yeah, because the nuances بقى. You're testing the nuances. And the nuances معناها the contextual situation. Let's get started. So now we're going to work on craft and structure. Don't forget, craft and structure basically is two or one set of skills. Craft and structure معناها ايه هو المكتوب, ايه هو main ideas, or how do I organize my ideas? When you read, احنا قلنا بنعمل ايه? A sentence by sentence summary of the information. When I read the information, I summarize sentence 1, 2, and 3. مش كل حاجة مرة واحدة. مش كل حاجة مش عارف ايه. A sentence by sentence summary. يا ريت بعد إذنكم ما تستعجلوش. Take your time and read the information properly. And then check what's required in the question. And then check what is required in the question. Do you guys have any questions before we jump into the practice? Okay. 90 seconds is way more than enough time to answer these questions. الactivities دولت معمول for 2A module or difficulty with that 2A. If you look at this question here, which choice describes the function of the underlined portion in the overall structure of the text? Look at the underlined sentence. بيعمل لي ايه في الباراجراف؟ افهموا المينا دي الأول قبل ما تشوفوا answer choices. Read the full text. ما اقفش بس على ال underline section برضو. Good job, Vera. 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 Time. Abdullah, we need to read and make decisions. تمام؟ ما ينفعش اتعطل نفسي. The vegan diet is one that is chosen by individuals for various reasons. While it has many health benefits, it's essential for those who are vegan and are planning to become vegan to educated to be educated about potential nutrient deficiencies to prevent adverse outcomes. We're talking about دلوقتي the vegan diet. صح يا عبد الله? It is evident that the vegan diet is more than a diet. It is a lifestyle. It establishes people who are vegans have healthier lifestyles than non-vegans do. بطل حركة keywords. Vegan is not a diet, it's a lifestyle. معناها إيه? What does that mean? Vegan is more than a diet. It's a lifestyle. What does that mean? 1 second, Mr. Barra. قول لي Abdullah. Then I can think of an answer. You think of what is being said, and then you think of why. عشان ال what and why are connected. أنا ما طلبتش إجابة منك يا عبد الله، عشان جبت الإجابة غلط أول مرة. أنا طلبت منك يا جميل اللاين نمبرز دولت معناها إيه؟ It is not a diet, it is a lifestyle. يعني إيه بقى؟ What does it mean لو قلت veganism is not a diet, it is a lifestyle? What does that mean? What does that imply? There are other factors, right? Lifestyle يعني بس مش الأكل. Lifestyle كل حاجة. اتفضل يا بيرا.
هو اصلا ما انا ما خدت، انا صراحه احتجت من سي دي، بس قلت ان سي هي الصح عشان كانت صح، بس ما عرفتش اشطب دي يعني. انا قلت ان سي صح عشان كان دي المين ايديا اللي كان بيقوله يعني. بس
عشان إجابة دي بيقول لي that they're healthier than other people، بس اللاين numbers دولت ما بيقوليش كده. ال underline section ده. The question is asking us about the underline portion. Okay, it's not just asking us about التكست كلها. So أنا لازم أشوف ال underline portion in context of the information. You understand that point? So فعلا ممكن يبقى healthier فعلا than non-vegans. جميل وكل حاجة. But that underlying portion, that's not the function of it. ده مش لازمتها. That's not why it was written.
هو ما
So
قالش
interesting.
هو ما قالش healthy اصلا، هو قال ان في nutrient deficiencies.
I didn't read past the period. I stopped here because I knew what I wanted when I read this. So yeah, it's a contradiction, right? Further research begs the question whether the health benefits are. So then why are you confused about answer D?
I mean because it's a life، ما هو قال ان lifestyle مش diet. I mean it can be a good lifestyle ان واحد ممكن يكون
ايوه
يعني
بإجابة دي ما بيقوليش كده.
mindful. هو قال لا، هو قال healthier lifestyle، فانا عشان كده احترت. بس انا قلت ان سي هي سي هي الاجابه، هو اللي بيقول، هو اللي عايزه يعني.
Yeah, but remember, if you're not able to put why the answer is C in words, you didn't fully understand or grasp the idea. So our time together is to train ourselves to fully grasp ideas. عشان في الامتحان يا عبد الله, we want to grasp the ideas. Okay? So قبل ما تشوفوا الإجابات, قولوا لي إيه هو الفكرة الأساسية, إيه هو الفكرة بتاعت underline section. بعد كده نشوف الإجابات. بس don't jump to the answer choices. Bad habits, bad results. Good, Vera. Time. What's my answer, Abdullah? Send me an answer, sir. Good. Well, انت بس كتبت لي الإجابة الموجودة صح؟ Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, it doesn't talk about his importance على فكرة. يعني Abdullah, it is a tricky question. 2A, right? It shows how important William Wordsworth was to English poetry. Is that the focus of the text? William Wordsworth was one of the founders of English Romanticism and one of its most central figures and important intellects. Okay, so William is central. He is remembered as a spiritual and epistemological speculation, a poet concerned with the human relationship to nature and fierce advocate of using the vocabulary and speech patterns of common people. William Wordsworth is remembered for. So idea number one, how he's central. Idea number two, why he's remembered. Answer D is incorrect. Answer D is a half answer. بيكلمني عن importance for William for أول sentence, but what about the rest of the information? So answer D is a half answer, right? And answer A, it describes the work of William. What work is being described? It's really the work, not his overall work. No, you know. Answer B, it details his legacy. ويعني إيه his legacy? What he's known for, what he's remembered for, right? So answer B, أفضل من answer D. تفضل Mr. Barra. تفضل Mr. Barra. يا عم. Oh, he's out of class right now. Okay, look at these two texts. Based on the text, how would the
انا
author
مستر
of
اللي
text
انا
2
قلته كنت
respond?
دوت اللي انا كنت فهمته. فهمت اللي هو كان important يعني الانجليش بتاعي، فعشان كده قلت دي.
ايوه بس هو ما كلمنيش بس على الامبورتنس بتاعته، كلمني برضو why he was remembered.
لو كان
So you're only
عايز
focusing on
الامبورتنس
one
بتاعته
part.
كان هيقول ان هو added او some poets adopted his methods وحاجات زي كده، بس هو ما قالش كده. هو قال هو
معلش
بيقول انه
ايه؟
كان جامد. هو كان بيقول ان هو يعني كان بيقول مثلا كأنه father of English poetry، وبعد كده قال some يعني قال حاجة عن how يعني البويتري بتاعته كانت نفسها ايه. فانا احترت بين A و B، بس قلت هو قال برضه قال ان هو كان ليه تأثير، فانا شطبت ايه انها ضافت حاجة زيادة عن الويك.
Nice. I want to برضو you should be left with A or B as to answer choices, right? You know, if you're gonna say answer A, why he's important, again, it didn't give us too many details about that. It told us why he was remembered. Well, SAT, they're very good at giving you very small differences ما بين answer choices. صح? 1 second. So it's not just his importance. Okay, it's more than that, Mr. Abdullah. Okay, let's go to the next part. It's hard. You have to find the very small differences. We can't go على superficial anymore. معايا فاهم قصدي؟
Mr. which text?
Of text 1. مدفوع كده يا ابني.
I mean it's obvious، بس دي حضرتك ما كتبتهاش.
I upload them or I don't upload them. I have a team that uploads them. So ممكن هم ما ياخدوش بالهم. أخصم من مرتبهم.
لا 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 خلاص.
أخصم مرتبهم. والله I fired people before this. I don't play that stuff. I don't play that at all. No games. Let's restart the timer here. There's a problem in the answer choice, by the way. But you can figure it out. You can figure it out. You can use elimination to figure it out. You can figure it out. What would text 2 to text 1? The shoe fly pie is made in winter without the flies. Text 1 says the name came from the flies. They would have to shoo the flies away, right? But text 2 says, "Assassin, this pie is made during winter where there are no flies." صح? So by saying the pie does not form a pool of molasses, no, right? By claiming that the earliest shoe fly pie recipes for the Centennial Pig, this doesn't talk about the name, right? It's answer B, that there is a flaw. It's missing the word flaw. It shouldn't have affected your ending. Get out my face. Number 4. Good. Abdullah. Good. All right. We'll talk about Ishmael. There's nothing surprising in this if they but knew almost all men in some blank cherish very nearly the same feelings towards the ocean with me. So that all men to certain levels or not love the ocean. So you can say a certain degree. Degree is level. Um, I mean, why, Abdullah? You stopped identifying what we need. Why did you stop identifying what we need? Yeah, but what does that word or your answer mean? Nuances between words or the nuances of words. Okay, good, Vera. Look, bond and attachment, these are for physical things, right? This is physical, but we're not doing that. We're doing ideas, how they feel and how they act. It's not physical. So it's a correspondence, and correspondence means a parallel or a connection
وانا عايز اقول
between
كونكشن بس مش
two
عارف اقول ايه فقلت
ideas.
اتشمنت خلاص.
Oh, a
عارف
connection, not
ليه.
attachment. But attachment again is physical برضو, right? You can't have an
يس يس
attachment
يس.
ما بين how you feel. You say yes, yes, yes.
انا
هو
والله
لما
فهمت حضرتك خلاص يعني
مش
لو فيزيكال مش مينتال يعني.
مش
اها
لما تقول
ماشي ماشي يا
مش
عم.
لما تقول attachment معناها ان في حاجة بتاتاتش فيها، يعني حاجة بتمسك
Yeah,
فيها.
yeah, it's physical.
لا مش ممكن
قلنا
تقول
قلت
emotional
ايوه
emotional
يعني عادي.
attachment.
ماشي, you could say emotional attachment. صح, صح.
طب خلاص ولا صح.
But we don't have an attachment here though. We have a connection. A connection means like two situations that are related to one another. Attachment means like actual bond, like something ماسكة في حاجة تانية. يا حسن, والله يا حسن أنا شغال, والله أنا في الشغل, والله أنا مش في التليفون, والله أنا في الشغل, والله ما أكلمك أقسم. ما Hey man, just keep on calling. Yeah, I'm okay, man. Do you like my spikes of energy and my spikes of yelling? What are they doing with the government, Ya Abdullah? What are they saying here? What's the message? Well, yes, Vera, but I'm asking what the message is, عشان بتقولي you're not really sure. So why don't we be sure of the message الأول, and then we could be sure of our answer. وما حدش هيقول لي يعني ولا خلاص كده؟
I'm
This
rereading
cup
it.
of... Okay.
بيقول إن هو إن في unliberty في الموضوع، وبيقول إن البتاع اللي عايز يعمله ده لو اتعمل هيعمل حاجات إحنا هو been unable to perceive it، ما كانش راضي accept it. فبيقول on the contrary we يعني لو accepted and sustain it المفروض هيحصل.
Okay. You have a
صح
vague
كده؟
idea of what's happening. Yeah, في حاجة بتحصل, right? We want something opposite, right? If on the contrary, we guys are so هنا بيقول لي بقى this cup of liberty which these your old masters hold to your lips, we will dash from you and leave you to the chances of gathering the spilled and scattered contents and some vague and undefined when, where, and how, right? So what's he saying here? They talk about something about taking away the liberty, they take away support for liberty. So if this course, discouraging and paralyzing both white and black, has any tendency to bring Louisiana into proper practical relations with the Union, I have so far been unable to perceive it. So if this brings Louisiana back into the fold, back into the system, I don't see it, right? I don't see Louisiana being part of the Union again. I don't see Louisiana being part of the country again. If on the contrary, we accept and sustain, which means support the new government, it is made true. وبرضو, you're not realizing it, right? Realizing means like to تعترف بحاجة جديدة, تفهم حاجة جديدة, recognize حاجة. They're not realizing the new government, right? Realizing يعني فجأة عرفوها موجودة. They're not realizing it, they're accepting the new government. فإجابة B أفضل إجابة. Oh, my laptop. Oh, there you go. Because my Abdullah, you're not you're not thinking about the message. You're sleeping? Sleeping ايه يا حبيبي? Sleeping ده مش عندنا. My wife called me annoying. Is that true, guys? Am I annoying? She hates it when I talk like that.
لا طبعا يا مستر.
Thank you, Abdullah. Abdullah said لا طبعا. بس موضوع خلص. What if I'm just like pretending I have a wife and I don't have a wife? What would you guys say then?
مستر هي الكاما دي غلط، اللي قبل 6 copper atoms.
يس accommodate غلط. اخصم من ملك، اكلمها دلوقتي اخصم منها. هكلمها دلوقتي عشان اريحك يا مستر
براء
عبد
ليه
الله.
ليه عايز
متخافش.
تأذي الناس يا براء؟ ليه عايز تأذي
لا
الناس؟
والله اقسم بالله انا هقسمها اهو يا مالك. في اخطاء كتير وما ينفعش كده، فلازم بقى زي اتكلمنا في الموضوع ده دول كده 3 ايام. يعني ابعتي لي رساله بعد اذنك فوقي كده بعد اذنك. ماليش دعوه في امتحانات في كده، ماليش دعوه. شكرا. Mr. Vera, are you sure? Good. Think of the message. Abdullah Ingiz ya Abdullah. Vera is going to be quality control. Yes. Of Oasis Education Limited. You're going to be quality control. ايه رأيك؟
مستر محمد كان بيبعت لي فيديوهات وكده، الفيديوهات اللي بنزلها على اليوتيوب وكده، عشان اشوف الحاجات الغلط اللي فيها.
You know,
كان
Mr.
كان
Muhammad is going to
مسميني
upload his course.
كان
أسمع.
مسميني مركز الجودة او حاجة زي كده.
Quality
which is basically
control.
yes.
That's what you're going to do. Quality هتروح هتشوف كل الاكتيفيتيز ضرب عليهم ونطلع بقى العيوب وتصلحهم. ايه رأيك؟ ونكتبها على ايه؟ السي في. What's the message Abdullah? يعني you started off hot بعد كده بيرا بقى حسب بقى مش عارف انا ما اعرفش. Hafli belongs to a family of proteins known as multi-copper oxidases, period. صح يا بيرا؟ One property of MCOs is the presence of 3 copper binding sites that can blank 6 copper atoms. So the 3 copper binding sites جواهم are 6 copper atoms. So بيعملوا ايه بقى؟ They house them. Not lodge. Lodge is for comfort. They house them.
اسمه ايه ده؟ لارج اند شيلتر بيوحوا ان في بني ادم، بيوحوا ان في
Yeah.
بوينتنج.
Yeah. اتفضل يا عبد الله. 1 minute I'm coming. يا لهوي. Let's continue. Good. It's a guideline. Why is it a guideline, Mr. Barrow? Well, now we know these are the questions we need to focus on and be very aware of when we practice. صح كده؟ Abdullah's back like cook crack. What's up, Abdullah? So why is it guideline, Mr. Barrow? Tell me what you understood.
Should I read
I'm sorry, what?
Should I read some history? I mean, مثلا Abraham
I
Lincoln's
give you common
biography أو
lit, but
حاجة
you're
زي
too
كده.
good for common lit. So what am I supposed to do? You don't want to read.
Yeah. basically it's boring.
It's boring because you have your mental capacity. It's like مثلا واحد بيتمرن في الجيم وبيبدأ ب10 كيلو بدل ما يبدأ 50 كيلو. So it's واحدة you get used to it. You know, واحدة you get used to it. It's called fatigue, right? Why is it a guideline? Because the context is a law, and laws are set as guidelines, right? Let's move on. عبد الله
مستر
فوق كده شو كوباية شاي؟
يا مستر
نعم.
الريلز هي اللي
فوق كده اشرب
بتعمل
لي
كده.
كوباية شاي. اللي ايه بيعمل كده؟
الريلز اللي هي الفيديوهات القليلة عشان بتخلي المخ اللي هو ما يقدرش إنه يركز مثلا فترة كبيرة،
Are you talking about TikTok?
أو انستغرام أو أي حاجة يعني عامة أي
No,
فيديو.
we don't. I don't do any of that. Alhamdulillah, Mr. Sema gotta stay sharp.
أوكي.
Neither my kids. ممنوع نهائي. Bara, you do the TikTok?
على حسب الموبايل، على حسب
متحورش
الموبايل
بس ما تعملش نفسك intellectual وثقافي وكده. Do you do the TikTok?
Yes.
كلكم بتعملوا تيك توك.
ما ايه هو ده المصر اللي بيعمل مشكلة في المخ يعني. هو حتى
التيك توك
الله
ده
عليه
يا
بتاع.
جدعان الدجال. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm
بجد
just
لا
kidding.
بس عشان هو بيعمل حاجات للمخ يعني اللي هو انت الفيديو بيبقى دقيقة،
Yeah.
فما بيقدرش انه
مش زي
يركز
فيديو
اكتر من
اساسا مش
كده.
دقيقة. الفيديو اساسا مش دقيقة.
هو
الفيديو كله
لو
20 ثانية.
هو في دقيقة او 20 ثانية وكده، بعدين غير كده اللي هو مثلا بيبقى it's not one topic. يعني مثلا تلاقي فيديو جيم، فيديو كورة، فيديو مش عارف مين،
Yeah.
فيديو
Yeah.
مش عارف. هو المخ بيتشتت.
actually if you don't
دمر الشباب.
I don't like any videos, so my content is actually a standard. So basically it يعني انا بدوس لايكات على حاجه ف he's basically tracking my
ماشي عارف، بس هو برضه هيجيب لك حاجات يعني عشوائية حتى انت بتعملش.
لا
فيديو
لما بتتفرج على حاجات كتير
Thank you يا جماعة على الدسكشن يا جماعة الدسكشن بورد. Thank you for the podcast. ممكن بس نحل number 8 9 لو سمحت and stay on task.
communicate the issues.
و digital SAT عاملاها زي شبه التيك توك كده. That's why they adapted the test. Because this is the new way to turn you guys to slaves. Oh!
اندرو تيت.
بجد والله. I don't watch that. شو اتحبس؟
طلع من شهر تقريبا.
لا ما طلعش يا جدع ودخل. He got charged.
دخل تاني؟
Mm.
ما اعرف.
What is the context of discussion Ibera? What is the context of discussion? You tell me the tell me the answer. أيوة بالظبط. That's the context. جميل. تمام. Your answer doesn't do that. عشان when you approach an issue, that means أنت لسه تبدأ, right? بس أنت بتقول لي عايز تصلح مشكلة. وبنعمل إيه عشان نصلح مشكلة يا عبد الله؟ We address the issue. We address the problem. When you have a problem and you solve it, you address it.
هو address معناها ايه بالظبط؟ هي address مش معناها، انا عارف انها بتيجي في الكونتكست ده بس مش عارف
اوعى تقول لي
معناها
عنوان.
بالظبط.
عيب عليك لو قلت لي عنوان.
لا address يعني معناها انه يعني convey حاجه زي كده يعني address the problem انك when you have a problem you address it بعد كده بتروح تصلحها. مش صح كده؟
No, when you address something, that means you approach that something. when you like, for example, I can address you, talking to you. Address means to meet something head on.
طب ليه ما تنفعش approach لسه في الطريق يعني تمام
عشان approach لسه هتبدأ.
تمام
On the tips of my wings, I needed one. I
Listen,
thought
same question as
everything.
before same questions as before
صح. Bear the quality control. All right. First of all, I'm going to give you guys homework. أنا أشوفكم المرة الجاية يوم Wednesday صح كده؟ And so homework will obviously cover domain 2. هيبقى في مثلا نزل 2 or 3 practice activities at domain 2, 2 activities or 3 activities words in context, 2 or 3 activities vocabulary, 2 or 3 activities grammar. So عايز اقول لكم في خلال اليومين دولت هنزل لكم ما بين 6 to 8 activities. Remember, I want you guys
ليه
to work on
كده؟
activities. وليه لا؟ هم 3 في اليوم بس. وكل
بس
activity بياخد قد ايه يا جماعة؟ ربع ساعة بكتير قوي يعني. صح؟ ده اللي عايزينه. But الهدف بتاعتكم is I want you guys to practice doing a line for line summary. I want you guys to practice identifying what you need before you check your answer choices. بدل ما نشوف نقرا ونخش على الإجابة على طول. بنقرا, we stop, we think, we check answers.
شغل التيك توك
Okay.
كده ما ينفعش يعني
شغل تيك توك ما ينفعش. Anyway guys, I'll see you guys إن شاء الله يوم الأربعاء بإذن الله. You can learn
ان
anything.
شاء الله. مع السلامه.
Salamis.